Yeah, I've slowly been releasing the low vibe people in my life, and I'm feeling so much lighter.
Yeah. I
I
had
don't
one
have
of
to be
those.
the cheerleader anymore.
Yeah, I had one of those recently that I, again, dismissed. She was, I don't know what else to say.
Dismissed. I say released.
Released, dismissed. I don't know what other word to use. Goodbye.
It's amazing just how far people will go to find love. Like going on a blind date and having it filmed for the world to see. And that's exactly what we did here. Welcome to 36 Questions Later, where we recorded two strangers asking each other the 36 questions that lead to love. I'm your host, Mady Maio. The questions you're about to hear were featured in the New York Times and date back to a 1997 study. We'll find out how they hold up today. Let's meet today's couple.
Hi.
Hi, friend.
I am Sue.
No way.
Yes way.
I'm Susan.
Well, there you go.
We're Sue Squared.
Sue Squared. There you go.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
Yeah.
Okay. Take 4 minutes and tell your partner your life story with as much detail as possible.
Oof.
Okay, so
There's a timer. We just push start. Oh man, my life story. Born and raised in LA. Honor student, junior class president, junior homecoming queen. I had 3 boyfriends in high school. I married 2 of them back to back. So first one I met at 17, spent 22 years with him. That blew up in domestic violence. And then I wrote a letter to my other boyfriend, the boyfriend before that one, and immediately started dating him long distance right after. So I've never dated as a grown woman before. So, came out at 50 when I kissed a girl again. Had a girlfriend for a year. Wow, this is a very short story. Had a girlfriend for a year, broke up with her last year on my birthday, and was a nomad for 9 months. I started a gray hair movement. Well, I grew out my gray hair 9 years ago. I started a movement about 4 years ago called Die Free to Be Me. So I'm trying to empower women, middle-aged women, to just love yourself unconditionally. Whatever way you want to love yourself, just be authentically you. Don't worry about all these crazy beauty standards. I'm using modeling and acting as my platform to just be out in the public eye, to inspire women. Like, oh, look, she's silver and sexy. Ooh, maybe I should try too. So I am the Hollywood bubbler. So I do large wand bubbling for fun and also for the entertainment industry. I'm just all about spreading joy to humanity and moving in gratitude.
Well, unlike yourself, I was born and raised back east.
Oh, I hear the accent.
Yes. And I've worked very hard to limit the sound because sometimes it upsets people. They get scared.
Yeah, you're like, where'd you park the car?
Well, no, that's more of a Boston thing.
Okay.
So Jersey sounds more like New York.
Okay.
Got my bachelor's, my master's, and my PhD in the field of sciences.
Good job.
Yeah.
There's a doctor in the house.
That's right, a doctor in the house, Dr. Sue. So I came out to California in 1985 with my husband, who I married very early on. And after 40 plus years of marriage, he decided, well, what happened is my mom died, COVID, March 12th of 2020, the day before the world shut down. And it took me quite a while to get her into the ground because of COVID. And when I got back to California, what I had found out is I had lost my husband too. No, I lost him to OBS.
What's
OBS? Other bitch syndrome.
Oh shit. Oh man, while you're taking care of your dead mom. Okay, that was ridiculous.
Yeah, and he picked me up at the airport that day and told me, I said, oh good, we're home. And he goes, no, you're home? I don't live here anymore. I've already moved out. Anything that's left in the house is yours. And by the way, here's some papers.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's traumatizing.
Yeah.
40 years?
Yeah, over 40. Yeah, by the time the divorce was finalized this year, it was over 40 years, yeah. So, but again, I got 2 great kids out of it, 2 daughters. But I'm a lot happier these days. We had similar to you, a domestic abuse situation where I got thrown down our stairs and out the door wearing just a nightgown. And when my neighbor called the police, they came over and they asked him about that. And he goes, yes, I did, and I'd do it again. And silly me went and got money out of the bank and bailed him out because I didn't know what to do with 2 young children. Yeah. So, but I'm much happier now. I am able to dance every day. I'm able to sing in my house
and
dance
Nice.
and do what I want to do. While we were married, dinner was on the table every day at 6 p.m. He was out of work several times, and I was the sole breadwinner.
Yeah, that's how I've rolled in all my relationships.
Yeah.
My bad for being successful.
I know, same thing here. Yeah, exactly. That to have a job and they like you and they work with you. So yeah.
Wow, sorry to hear about all that.
That was tragic. In their previous relationships, Sue and Susan endured things no one should have to experience. But they're survivors. It's inspiring to see how they've moved on and aren't letting their past dictate the future. Now, they're willing to give love another chance.
What is your greatest accomplishment in your life?
I guess getting through this whole mom thing, that's hard work. No one tells you it's 24/7.
Right.
24/7 worrying about someone else, putting someone else's needs in front of yours. They never said that in school.
No.
That's my greatest accomplishment, having two grown children who are giving back to society, who are kind humans.
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
I did it.
Yeah. We used to say, you need a driver's license to drive a car. You need a teaching credential to teach. You need a broker's license to be a stockbroker. But there's no guide or license to be a parent.
Yeah, it's definitely the hardest job I've ever had.
Yeah. What do you value most in friendship?
Honesty.
Yes.
Clear communication.
Yes.
Don't say, oh, we should do lunch.
And you know they're never going to call.
Yeah, never call an invite or never respond to my invites or, making me feel not important. So I think clear communication and friendship and high vibes. Yeah, I've slowly been releasing the low vibe people in my life and I'm feeling so much lighter.
Yeah. I had
I don't
one
have
of
to be
those.
the cheerleader anymore.
Yeah, I had one of those recently that I, again, dismissed. And I found that she was, I don't know what else to write.
Dismissed. I say released.
Released, dismissed. I don't know what other words to use. Goodbye. A friend of mine, another friend said, she only hangs with you because of the perks. And I said, perks? What perks? Well, you do this. And then she comes along and she's there too. Or you do that. I'm going to drive to Santa Barbara for wine.
Just to drive,
Because I want to drive and I'm going to stay overnight.
Yeah, that's fine.
And before I finish the sentence, she's at my house. Can I go too?
Oh.
So it's like one of those, it's like, well, okay, I guess so. You're here, come on in.
Yeah.
But so recently I've, again, trying to figure out who the users are and who the people who really communicate and are honest about it.
Yeah, the genuine person who are there to support you and not take from you.
Yeah, exactly.
This conversation feels so much more grown up than the other couples we've seen so far. The younger couples we've seen in the series seem like they're still figuring things out, but Susan is so clear on what she's looking for.
What is your most terrible memory?
Oh man, we gotta go there, huh guys?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, being beat by my best friend of 22 years.
Wow. I think mine's similar. Yeah, getting thrown downstairs and thrown outside and end up in the hospital when your husband beats you up is not a really pleasant.
Yeah, I didn't realize that you can actually pick someone up by their hair. Like physically, like the hair doesn't come out. Yeah, I didn't need to figure that out.
No, that wasn't something that you probably needed to know. Yeah.
This is why we have the tissue here.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, next.
The amazing thing about these 36 questions is how they can get two strangers to be so vulnerable with each other. If you met someone at a party and asked them the usual questions, where are you from, what do you do for work, you're probably not going to get the same level of depth. But the 36 questions are a direct line to someone's soul.
Alternate sharing something you consider a positive trait with your partner. Share a total of 5 items in terms of alternating.
Oh, well, another positive characteristic about you is that you're willing to drive 2 hours, 2 hours or more, and leave at 2 a.m. for an adventure.
For an adventure, yeah.
Yeah, so that you're wide open for adventure as well.
I am.
I feel it.
I find it so exciting, and if otherwise I might as well just crawl up in a little ball and die or something if I'm not going to go out and do stuff.
Sure.
I want to experience what I haven't been experiencing with my former partner. He was very traditional, and anytime I tried to do something that was a little bit off the beaten path, I ended up getting a lot of pushback.
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to have friends.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like my situation.
Yeah, my first one thought I was cheating on him every time I would be out of the house, even though I was the breadwinner. And my second one just said, you know, you can have friends when the kids are out of the house.
Right.
The kids will be 18 in a few years, and then you can have friends. I'm just like, wow.
Yeah, Mom would say,
Yeah.
if we were in the house talking or doing something, maybe having a cup of coffee or a glass of wine, excuse me, Sue, it's almost 6 p.m. and
Where's dinner?
where's dinner? Dinner's supposed to be on the table at 6 p.m. every night. Isn't that the deal? You know, that kind of thing. So my friends would then like leave. And until I got a lot of my friends back after he moved out was interesting, it was difficult. Because I said, well, I'm not coming by if he's still around. I'm like, no, he's gone. And I explained to them what happened. And they're like, I'll be there tomorrow. Or I'll be there in 5 minutes. Or, so.
Cheers to the now. That's
Yes.
all I can say.
Yes.
It feels like Sue and Susan really get each other. Whether or not it ends up being romantic, it seems like there's a genuine connection between them, starting with their trauma and how they've overcome it.
Share with your partner an embarrassing moment in your life. Oh, well, my most embarrassing moment was I was watching my daughter's last choir performance and I was distracted by something else on my phone and I missed her solo. I was right there. I was like 6 rows back and I was like, it's been so many years, you know, I missed her solo. She said, Mama, I was singing my solo and I just wanted to throw my shoe at you. And to make it worse, after it, the director was like, and thanks for coming to my show. I interrupted the whole program. I said, excuse me, you missed the last song. No, they didn't miss the last song. I missed the last song. Oh. And my daughter still won't forgive me for that. She's like, oh my God, I didn't beat you or hit you. Like, I missed your solo. So that's about all I got in terms of embarrassing.
Oh, I always embarrass myself.
whole mom thing.
The thing about embarrassing moments is, especially at this point in my life, I don't care.
Yeah. Share a personal problem and ask your partner's advice on how they might handle it. Also, ask your partner to reflect back to you how you seem to be feeling about the problem you have chosen.
I think my problem is I need to be able to be confident going and doing things sometimes when it's a social situation if I'm going by myself. Like if you're going to a wedding or something and it's, oh, Sue, you can bring a +1. Well, I don't have a +1 to bring. Well, maybe ask a friend. Well, but none of my friends
Want to come hang out at your wedding?
at your wedding. Well, it's a free dinner, and if they drink, they can drink, and you can drive them home or something. It's like,
I'd rather just go alone. I feel like, because I've been partnered for 30 years in my 50, well, I'm almost 53, but it's fun to not have to worry about anyone else's needs.
Well, that's
like
and that's
when you're busy with your partner, you're ignoring everybody else, and you're missing
Right.
out on opportunities to meet new people.
And recently, I did take a partner or someone to an event, and looking back on the event, I mean, I had a lovely evening that night, but yeah, I didn't talk basically.
You would have had more fun.
I once I had more fun, it would have been different. I would have probably been more social with other people.
Yeah.
And the same group of people had another function. I went by myself, and I had a fabulous night that night.
Oh, so you got to compare and contrast.
Yeah, the night I went alone, I didn't make new friends, but I enriched the friendships I had with people who were there.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't with this other
Could have
person.
one-on-one
Yeah.
intimate conversations.
I think that's the biggest problem as people get older. It's not that they don't have a partner, but it's that they forget that they can get out on their own and do stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that pressure to settle down and have a +1, that really never goes away, no matter how old you are. It's something society has beat into us. Maybe after this date, Susan won't have to deal with that challenge anymore.
We have to stare at each other for 4 minutes.
Oh,
And
we
then-
forgot about
we forgot
that.
the eye contact, sorry.
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
You have beautiful eyes. Are we not allowed to talk?
I don't know.
Okay, let's not talk.
Okay, we don't have to
Okay,
talk.
I'm supposed to look into your soul. About to cry. I see you. I see you. You did it. All right.
Okay.
I see you, sister. We made it to the other side.
There you go.
That was such a powerful way to end the date. It's amazing how much closer you can feel to someone just by looking into each other's eyes and holding hands. The way Sue whispered, "I see you," it didn't feel like just an observation with her eyes. It felt spiritual, almost like they've known each other for ages. Do we think there's a spark here? Or is this the beginning of a beautiful friendship? Subscribe to keep up with the series and find out what happens to our couples.